हाय फ्रेंड्स, मॉर्निंग। आई एम डॉक्टर आशुतोष गुप्ता एंड आई एम कंसल्टेंट फीटल मेडिसिन। तो आज बात कर लेते हैं लीथल स्केलेटल डिस्प्लेजिया के बारे में, राइट। तो लीथल स्केलेटल डिस्प्लेजिया का यूजुअली एक डायग्नोसिस हम 9 हफ्ते या 10 हफ्ते पे आसपास बनाने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं और कंफर्मेशन ऑफ द डायग्नोसिस कैन बी मेड एट 12 वीक्स, राइट। तो लीथल स्केलेटल डिस्प्लेजिया का जो कॉमनेस्ट एंटिटी है वो थैलेडोफोरिक डिस्प्लेजिया है। देन वी कैन हैव अ पेरिनेटल लीथल ऑस्टोजेनेसिस इम्परफेक्टा एंड देन वी कैन हैव हाइपोफॉस्फेटेसिया। लेकिन आज जिस एंटिटी के बारे में अपन बात कर रहे हैं वो है अकोंड्रोजेनेसिस, राइट। सो अकोंड्रोजेनेसिस टाइप ए और टाइप 1A और 1B होता है और सीवियर कोल ए की डेफिशिएंसी होने की वजह से भी वो इस तरह का फिनोटाइप जो होता है उस तरह से प्रेजेंट कर सकता है। क्वेश्चन डायग्नोसिस का नहीं है और क्वेश्चन इस बात का है कि ऐसा हो क्यों रहा है। तो ये मैं सक्सेसिव स्लाइड्स में आपको ये समझा देता हूँ। So this is one case. So mid-sagittal view of the fetus. The cranial vault, the whole of the vertebrae is not being visualized. So micromelia, the island-shaped limbs are being visualized. The bone that is being visualized now is this, the clavicle and then the mandible, right, which has got a different ossification as compared to the cranium and the whole of the spine. So they are membranous ossification as compared to ossification centers that comes with the cranium and the spine. So we are having an hydrops and protuberant abdomen, micromelia, and so most likely diagnosis is an achondrogenesis. So the diagnosis is either could be an achondrogenesis or a severe variety of an osteogenesis imperfecta. So both these conditions are autosomal recessive in inheritance, meaning thereby that both the parents they need to have the same mutation, or they could be the carrier or heterozygous for the same mutations. But now the interesting point is this, that this is an IVF case with a donor gamete. So meaning thereby that one of the parent is using the self gamete and the second gamete is we are having from a donor, right. So how do we explain an autosomal recessive condition happening in the fetus? So there could be 2 points. This condition can happen when there is a marriage and blood relationship, which is called as a consanguinity. In that condition we can have a loss of heterozygosity and therefore you can have a manifestation of an autosomal recessive condition. But how this can happen in an IVF with a donor gamete is this, that it could be a UPD, uniparental isodisomy. So meaning thereby that one of the parent or one of the gamete was having the mutation, and during the process an IVF has undergone an UPD and has duplicated, and therefore leading to an uniparental isodisomy, and therefore it is manifesting and as a autosomal recessive condition in the fetus. Or secondly, one of the parent was having the germline mutation, and then the second gamete on the second gamete either from the donor has undergone the same de novo mutation, and therefore you are having the autosomal recessive condition in the fetus. Okay, so this becomes an interesting case in which you can identify that an autosomal recessive condition is manifesting in the fetus, which is a byproduct of an IVF within donor gamete, right. Thank you very much for your patient listening.